FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football helmet.
We're on the road to San Antonio for the 2012 FBU National Championship. Hi everyone, I'm your host Neil Sika, and this is the FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. Today, Team Northern LA. Their team director is Terry Blythe. We'll speak with him next, right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
Hi everyone, this is Neil Sika, your host for the 2012 FBU National Championship. And for the very first time, exclusive coverage of every game at the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade level. In conjunction with Swink.tv, you can sign up for the FBU Field Pass on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Check out our full game, highlight, and combo packages. And we'll see you on the FBU Field Pass. We're back here on our road to San Antonio. This is the FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Shows. Terry Blythe is the team director of Northern LA as they get underway in their first and second rounds. They go up to East Bay, California, just outside of Oakland, as they'll kick off this December 8th and 9th. They'll take on Central Valley, California. Bay Area and Sacramento are also in that part of the bracket. Terry joins us now. Terry, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Neil?
Excellent, excellent. Great to have you. I know there's some great football, of course, in Southern California. Northern LA heads north for this first and second round. And we'll start by talking about your 6th grade team. As we have with all the team directors, 6th grade new across the board, first and second round, but almost good in terms of a developmental stage to bring these guys along. What can you tell me about your 6th grade team?
I think they're going to field a pretty good side to take us there. You know, we threw it together. We just finished our league basically last week, so we've thrown this team together pretty quick. And we get kids coming from 3 different local leagues. So they've done a good job of getting a composite of kids. It'd be nice. They all have different color helmets, and you know, it looks cool for an all-star deal. Mm-hmm. And I think they'll be ready to roll by the time they get up there on Saturday.
You know, speaking in particular to your Northern LA team, while we have a moment, and some are familiar with the PYFL and the northern part and the southern part, but from this Northern LA side, where are you getting the concentration of your kids?
Probably about 60% from the PYFL, depending on the team, 60, 70%. And then there's another league called the Gold Coast Youth Football League that we pulled some kids from. And then there's the Valley Conference League, which is kind of a San Fernando Valley area, a smaller league that we've got kids from. And then, you know, we got a couple kids from out in Pasadena. You know, once they hear about FBU, they come from all over, you know.
No doubt about that. 7th grade, Terry, enlighten me a little bit on your Northern LA 7th grade team.
Well, that's the one, when we had tryouts, I started looking at those guys, and that's the one that convinced me to come out of coaching retirement.
Oh, wow.
That team is bad news for whoever gets opposite us, I tell you. We're really big and really fast. We don't have a lot of depth, probably only going to be able to carry about 26, 27 kids. But I've got a 290-pound fullback who is on his feet. We call him Big Baby. And wow. I will not be punting on 4th and 1, I can tell tell you that.
No doubt about that. Just either give it to Big Baby or have him lead the way through the hole. That's for sure.
Exactly. But it's a good team. It's come together real well. We've only had 3-4 practices, but they've come together real well. All the kids have just extraordinary football IQ, and they're picking up my spread offense really quick. We'll go no huddle. We're going to play real fast, and these guys better have their game face on when they show up against us.
Terry Blythe, the team director for Northern LA. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and after these messages, we'll talk about the 8th graders. You're on the FBU National Championship Field Pass Team Preview Show. We'll be right back.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
Hey! Push it, good. Lift! Look at the hands, look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 kicks and let it go.
He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball.
Control the wrist.
Watch my knees, they go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through the palms of your hand, guys.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle, because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I am an enlightened warrior.
Introducing the Youth Football Coaches Association, the premier online resource dedicated to improving coaching effectiveness and promoting youth safety for all volunteers. Register free at yfbca.org and begin receiving free youth coaching information, monthly newsletters, certification, and background checks. The most up-to-date concussion information, drills for all positions and skill levels. Learn all types of offensive and defensive plays. Join us at yfbca.org, where we are making good coaches great teachers.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute.
We return here on this Field Pass Team Preview Show. Northern LA as the Western Regional gets underway this Saturday and Sunday on the road to San Antonio for the 2012 FBU National Championship. Neil Sika with you, talking with Terry Blythe, Team Director, Northern LA. We've talked about the 6th and 7th grade team. The 8th grade team, Terry, Inland Empire beating Northern LA last year in the first edition of the FBU National Championship. So let me ask you, this 8th grade team, how is it better?
Well, we learned from last year, just again, pre-planning, getting our tryouts. We ended up with over 100 kids try out for this team. And at first, the coaches came to me and asked if they could carry 45. It was just a ridiculous amount of talent. And so we're very excited about this team. You know, it's led by quarterback Liddell Atkins from North Oxnard. He's actually going to play in the East Bay game as a safety.
Oh, wow.
We just found that out this week. And then we've got our big offensive lineman who we hope is still going to play with us. He's going to play in the East Bay game. Ben Holmes, he's like 6'2", 240, big kid. And these guys, they got a big line. They got a lot of speed. They're going to be a challenge for anybody who plays against them. I think we learned a lot last year on what we need to do to advance, and we're very excited about it.
Liddell Atkins, your quarterback, threw for a couple of touchdowns, ran for one in the Super Bowl that you just had in the PYFL as North Oxnard completed an undefeated season at the senior level. Terry, before I let you go, and just speaking to that, you're wrapping up your league. A lot of the Pacific teams are wrapping up their seasons a little bit later. That's why they're starting in the first and second round. Do you find that as an advantage coming in, having seen most of the nation play already? I mean, I know you won't see a lot of those teams if you should advance to San Antonio, but do you like having to go right from a league season into this FBU National Championship? Is it an advantage or a disadvantage?
Well, in some ways it's an advantage in that a lot of these kids have still been playing, but then kids that maybe were on a team that wasn't so good, some of them been sitting idle for a month. So, we did have a lot of kids from a couple of championship teams from a couple different leagues. That North Oxnard team, I think on the Northern LA squad, we've got probably about 8 or 10 kids from that squad on this team. And it helps that they play together. And we put the team together early enough that we have been able to go out on Sundays, a lot of times, and just, half shells, because a lot of kids just went the day before, and just kind of get the kids familiar with each other, the coaches familiar with, who could do what. So we definitely have a little bit of an advantage on last year. Now some of these East Coast teams have been practicing together for a while. That may work to their benefit, but we won't see them until San Antonio. So by then we will have caught up with practices and had a few games under our belt. So I don't think it really works positive or negative in any real fashion.
Terry Blythe, the team director, Northern LA. Look forward to seeing some good football out of you guys in East Bay, California this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. Thanks so much for spending a little time talking about your teams here, and best of luck to you, Terry, on the road to San Antonio, the 2012 FBU National Championship.
All right, thanks, man.
Terry Blythe, team director, Northern LA. We'll come back with a final thought on this FBU National Championship Field Pass show right after this.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by School of the Legends, voice of the players.
Hey everyone, this is your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika, and I got to tell you what, I am looking fly in my official East Bay FBU team licensed apparel, which you can get for a limited time only on FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com. Orders must be in by December 10th, and you can have that hoodie to keep you warm no matter where you are across the country, or that bag to carry all your gear on the road to San Antonio. Visit the officially licensed team apparel store on FBUNationalChampionship.com.
From the creators of the U.S. Army Bowl comes Football University, the most exclusive football training in the country, invites, trains, and announces the next generation of football stars. If you're a 6th to 12th grader with elite football ability, FBU is for you. FBU matches elite athletes with elite instruction. Nominate an athlete today at footballuniversity.org. FBU, by position, by professionals, by invitation only.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Zenith, makers of the X2 football. The FBU National Championship is brought to you by East Bay, where the athletes are.
I've been playing chess since I was 9 years old. Chess helps me stay focused. It helps me stay aware. It helps me anticipate my opponent's next move. To see his strategy, find his weakness, and exploit it. Chess prepares my mind for battle. Because victory requires my strength, my speed, and my intelligence. My name is Ray Rice, and I am an enlightened warrior.
Hey everyone, it's your FBU National Championship host Neil Sika. On the road to San Antonio this year, don't forget you can visit our official merchandise shops at every regional site across the FBU National Championship. We've got hats, hoodies, game tickets, and backpacks. Take full advantage and gear up today for your FBU National Championship on the road to San Antonio. We'll see you there.
Hey! Push it, good. Lift! Look at the hands, look at the eye level. I like it.
Let's take 5 kicks and let it go. He was bouncing right there. He ran right to you.
It's only one ball, and everybody should be running to the ball. Control the wrist.
Watch my knees, they go out like what? I'm climbing a big tree.
Power comes from what? Through your feet, through your hips, through your palms of your hand, guys.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Football University, elite football training for the nation's top athlete.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks for watching our FBU National Championship desk shows. We're on the road to San Antonio. You can catch all the action by visiting FBUYouthNationalChampionship.com and take advantage of our pay-per-view model. Extended content can be found at Facebook.com/National Championship or on Twitter at FBU_NC. I'm Neil Sika, and we'll see you on the road to the Dome. Until then, so long.
The FBU National Championship is brought to you by Jersey Mike's. There is no substitute. School of the Legends, voice of the players.